Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Or I do, and we need to treat them as such, because right now it's disgusting.
One more about school. You mentioned your backpack. What do they do with your backpacks?
I think after we come back from spring break, they're requiring all of us to have clear backpacks. I think one of the other important things to realize is many students want their privacy. There are many, for example, females at our school when they go through their menstrual cycle, they don't want people to see their tampons and stuff. And it's just. It's unnecessary, it's embarrassing for a lot of the students, and it makes them feel isolated and separated from the rest of American school culture, where they're having essentially their First Amendment rights infringed upon because they can't freely wear whatever backpack they want, regardless of what it is. It has to be a clear backpack. What we should have is just more policies that make sure that these students are feeling safe and secure in their schools, and not like they're being fought against like it's a prison.
And what would be more...
FL students who begged government to take their rights away, now angry government took away their rights. By Matt Agarist, March 25, 2018. Parkland, Florida. After the tragic shooting in Parkland, Florida last month, a group of anti-gun high school children became the darlings of the anti-gun movement. They were given widespread coverage and platforms on all mainstream media networks to call for the disarming of Americans. They were sanctioned by the government to do so, and now they are getting what they asked for: less rights. In the land of the free, marching for change used to mean that you were standing up to the government to demand more or equal rights. Fast forward to 2018, however, and it is the exact opposite. The mainstream media and the government tells us that these students are brave for walking out of class and demanding change, but how is it brave to be used as a tool of the state? Activism involves challenging the establishment, and what these kids were tricked into doing is not activism. Earlier this month, millions of students across the country were encouraged by the government, mainstream media, and even their own school systems to walk out of class and demand the government take away their rights. It was, by no means, a challenge of authority, and, in fact, it was a celebration of it. Schools across the country not only sanctioned it, but they supported it and actually punished those who chose to abstain. The walkout was little more than young people conforming to government authority by parroting the government-approved message in a government-approved venue, even at the government-approved time. The message was simple: we want this government to take our rights away. Young Americans across the country marched to demand less freedom from their rulers, and the mainstream media, celebrities, and politicians alike shoved this down our throats as some grassroots heroic political activism. However, it was the opposite. And now even the cheerleaders of this movement, David Hogg, Emma Gonzalez, et.al., are beginning to realize what happens when you beg the state to take away your rights. They take away your rights. On Friday, the Broward County school system announced its plan to violate the students' right to privacy by implementing a clear backpack policy. Clear backpacks are the only backpacks that will be permitted on campus, said Broward County School Superintendent Robert Runcie said in a letter sent to parents. Now, all students will have to allow anyone at any time to view the contents of their backpacks as well as wear IDs so they can be properly identified by school authorities. Rights. These new measures now have the darling activists on the defensive. I'm not happy with it. Why are you punishing me for one person's actions? Tyra Haymans, 19, a Stoneman senior, told CNN on Friday. But this is exactly what they wanted. These students wanted to punish the tens of millions of law-abiding gun owners by demanding the government take away their right to defend themselves, all for the actions of one person. Now, they are getting a taste of their own medicine, and it stinks. It's unnecessary. It's embarrassing for a lot of the students, and it makes them feel isolated and separated from the rest of American school culture, where they're having essentially their First Amendment rights infringed upon because they can't freely wear whatever backpack they want regardless of what it is, Hogg said. Trampling the Second Amendment is just fine to David Hogg, but touch the First, which is upheld by the Second, and you are a tyrant. One of the other important things to realize is many students want their privacy. There are many, for example, females in our school that when they go through their menstrual cycle, they don't want people to see their tampons and stuff, he explained. What we should have is just more policies that make sure that these students are feeling safe and secure in their schools and not like they're being fought against like it's a prison, he added. The irony of the students' ignorance is astonishing. Luckily, there are still many people out there that see this irony and are calling it out. Sean Parnell. Heavy check mark. At Sayong Parnellasa. I get what you mean. It's really frustrating when the law-abiding are punished because of the actions of a criminal. Facepalm. 4:22 p.m., March 23, 2018. 23.8K. 9,434 people are talking about this. Twitter adds info and privacy. AG. At AG_conservative. This is incredible. Hogg apparently now objects to giving up rights or privileges for safety, but only those rights and or privileges that he personally cares about. 1:30 p.m., March 23, 2018. 1,760. 772 people are talking about this. Twitter adds info and privacy. Austin Fletcher. Heavy check mark. At Fleckas. Destroy the Second Amendment? No problem. Require kids to have clear backpacks? Whoa, let's be rational here. 11:42 a.m., March 23, 2018. 12.2K. 5,281 people are talking about this. Twitter adds info and privacy. I feel like our school is now a prison, Nicholas Fraser, a 16-year-old Stoneman student said. It doesn't feel like home. Indeed, when you advocate for only government to have guns, you are making the entire country a prison. Bravo, young America, you have successfully asked for fewer rights and you now have fewer rights. Hopefully, this serves as a wake-up call to those who think it is somehow heroic to punish law-abiding Americans for the actions of a single deranged lunatic. If this ridiculous AstroTurf activism is not called out for what it is, these are the folks who will be responsible for creating the horrid police state that comes from their selective definition of freedom. Here at the Free Thought Project, we find it is important to note that when you say, I believe in freedom, you don't follow that sentence up with the word but.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.